Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Let's go.
Welcome in. It is the Braylon Edwards Show on Woodward Sports 2.0, and we welcome you in. Always a pleasure to host you guys. Speaking of hosts, you know who my co-host is. The man, the myth, the legend of sorts, the Detroit heckler himself, Anson Wells. Anson, what's the word, brother?
I'll be heckling peasants for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, that is right. The
It's
NBA
peasant
Finals
season?
starts tomorrow. First game tips off from San Antonio at 8:40 p.m. We'll get into a little bit of that towards the end of the show. But what's going on? Let me say hi to everybody first. Sweet Potato, what's going on, brother?
What's happening, B?
There he is.
Everything is good.
Hey.
Mom's is improving.
100%.
I really appreciate all of y'all for sending out that good energy, good vibes, prayers up. Much love, much appreciated. Thank you.
We had to make sure Miss Sweet Potato knows she was loved from afar, man. We send those vibes 1,000%.
She really does feel it, though. So much better. Thank you.
Speaking of vibes, man, B-Lad, a.k.a. Receiver 2, is in the building. What's going on, B-Lad?
Hey man, living life. Another day I get to wake up. It's blessed. It's a blessing, you know.
I love that you always leave with that, man. It truly is a blessing to live this life. It's a tough life, but you know what? It's supposed to be. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. Kool-Aid, my right hand, always rocking the Detroit had old school English D to be exact. What up,
The double D.
What up?
You got me hard with that one the other day, man. That one crushed me.
Hey, well, you know what? It's Double Detroit today. Got the hat as well as the shirt.
Hey.
Shout out to, as always, the Pistons. Got to cover the St. Cecilia renovation,
My
the
favorites.
revitalization.
So,
Hey, got a shirt out
I
there.
love those greens.
I love when everybody brings up St. Cecilia, man. It takes me back to memories when I was a
yeah.
kid. If you don't know about St. Cecilia, west side of Detroit, man, it is a
know.
staple. It is a powerhouse. So many NBA legends. Legends in general have come through that gym and played. I've had the chance
we
to
need to
play
do a show
Chris
from there.
Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose, Isaiah Thomas, Vinnie Johnson,
Detroit's
James Buddha
Rucker
Edwards.
Park, if you will.
That's a great way to put it. It's Detroit's indoor Rucker Park, and it resides right at Livernois and 96, where I also play Little League football for the West Side Cubs.
Are those the three most famous like rec courts? Rucker, St. Cecilia's, and Venice Beach.
I don't know if I would put St. Cecilia up there.
They
before
don't
I
know
did
about
my
it, but it should be.
That part. That
Bingo.
part. 1,000%.
All the legends.
Yeah, like
Am
that's
I
it.
missing any?
The Drew League, but I don't know if that's a court. That's more so the league, if you will. Side note, like before we get going, man, before we get the show going, obviously you brought up the Pistons. There's a lot to talk about with the Detroit Pistons. We will get into the contract that Jalen Duren signed today. But how's everybody's energy around this time of year? Like the reason I'm bringing it up, I'm just like meh. I'm in this meh phase right now. Like I don't know if it's because the Pistons are out
We
of
are
it,
ready for
because
the
we don't have
Lions.
any hockey, we don't have any football. We're grasping topics for that. I feel like there's nothing to watch on TV. I've watched it all. There's nothing going on or coming up.
It's
like
the fourth hour of a
everything is
6-hour
meh.
drive.
Like
It's the
just
fourth hour of a 6-hour drive. You know
Just
you're
annoyed with
close,
everything right
but
now.
you can't quite to get excited.
Yeah.
You know, people aren't still home yet. All the summer stuff hasn't started. You feel like spring's gone, but we're still kind of in it. It's like you're ready to leap out of your shell, and I'm feeling it too.
ready to do something. Yeah, just feel meh. Like I love golf to death, but how much can you golf? I'm tired of golf. Like I'm just.
You need to go to Electric Forest with me at the end of the month.
You know what? Not in this current state.
Well,
not in this
hey,
current state.
You're feeling this
Not,
way
not
because
this
you
dry
missed
state.
movement.
Not this dry state. I did miss movement.
I was going to say, too, with the invites going out, My guy, Key Mitch, he got a party going on Belle Isle as well.
Hey, when is this
I
party?
went to one of his parties.
When is this party on Belle Isle? I'm trying to turn up.
The music scene.
I've been knowing Key for a long, long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to a couple of his parties, including one Queen Kool-Aid and I stepped out. It was a Hawaiian-themed one, so I was a Hawaiian Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Key really stepped his game up after
Tropical punch
COVID.
flavor?
He did. It was a dope party in the city. It was like an outdoor. It was between two buildings. It used to be a building
They've been
there
doing
that
that for
burned
about
down.
3 or 4 years now.
It was fire.
Summer Bliss, I believe it's
That. Oh, it was fire.
Ooh, look, Anson always
they're so
know.
lucky.
I'm
I
probably
just gave
telling
that
on
free
myself
one
right
out
now,
to
bro. Yeah.
Shout out.
You gotta do something, man. In the chat, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
if you know something that's going on, you know something crib, man, drop it. What are you guys doing? Is
That's
there
Anson,
are
dog.
there
He know
concerts? Is it outside? Are you going to galleries? Are you going to festivals? Are you going to? I don't know what it is. Let me know because I need something to
Electric Forest, let's go.
I
There
got you. I'm
You
saying
need
throw
something?
other-
I just gave it.
You gotta throw some other ideas.
You know what?
out there
I
as
do,
well.
man. Like,
They
as
got
y'all keep
cabins.
saying this,
It's the weather's beautiful, but it's just like,
So me walking around with him at
That's-
Forest, even just one day. You know, a few years ago we got. You remember the
I
old
need
guy
more of that
Justin?
content, though.
yeah, I remember.
Justin, the photographer, and
With all the
Stick
hair.
came up for a day.
Yeah.
Oh man, we had a good time that one day.
Yeah,
That one
definitely.
day it was fun.
With all the hair, what's going on though? Everything else good?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling you on that. Lil. It's like, you know, you're kind of out of spring. It's not quite summer. What's that? June 20th, I believe.
Yeah, June 21st.
The stuff hasn't quite started yet, so it's like the weather's ready, and you're like, I need something to do, but it's not cranking yet. Like everybody's about to start it going about June 15th. And then we're fully in summer, but you know, sports
I
are
will say,
sports
it's
are crap
family-
right
it's
now.
family time
The
right
most
now.
exciting
It
thing we're
is,
talking
yeah.
about is the Rams. You know, what I mean, like
graduation
it's-
celebrations.
That's
yeah.
what I was thinking.
That's what it
Graduation,
is.
we're
There you
prom to
go.
graduation. Graduation is coming up. A lot of people graduation got a chance to see a little cap and gown situation earlier as I was leaving my house. Got a little teared up thinking about when I graduated from high school. Man, it was I was happy to get out of high school. Like I'm not gonna say I'm
Yeah, cause you were going to Michigan, bro, to play for the
Blues.
team. I'm
Yeah,
going,
go
it's crazy.
Blues.
Can't believe I wanted to leave high school.
Let's go.
I was over it
And not
though.
as an unknown either.
Well, at the time,
I was a 1-star coming out, man.
it was a 3-star.
Right.
I had to
I-
start
I
off
was
at
I
Concordia
was a
River
3-star.
Forest.
Okay,
Come on,
so
bro. Like,
from
you go to
our
Michigan.
perspective,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
The
Braylon,
legacy
let's
going
rock.
to Michigan too. Legacy,
Come on.
man.
I was trying to get the hell out of high
Hell
school.
yeah, you
I
were.
was over it.
And you had gone to 2 high schools too, so you didn't like really have a loyalty to one spot.
I got played. This is how I got played. Bishop Gallagher got me in the University of Michigan. I would never disrespect that. Shout out to BG. Shout out to George Sahady. Rest in peace. He taught me how to play the game of football, both sides, defense and offense. So I love that. I appreciate that. And I met some good friends. One of my best friends, Justin Jarvis, met him like day 2. But with that being said, like, you know, in high school is one of the things where, you know, you get to 8th grade. High school is a process. You come in 9th grade, you find your crew, you see who's moving what, you look at the upperclassmen, okay, cool, man, I'm trying to be over there. This is the popular section. This is where the athletes hang out. How do I get over there? I'm trying to infiltrate. And that's what high school is. It's an infiltration process for 4 years. And finally, once I got
easier for some of us than others.
Okay, but I didn't go to high. But hear me out. You guys see this right now and think this is what I look like when I walked into my freshman year. In my freshman year at King High School, I was 5'6". No, I was 5'6", and I was 120. No, I was 131 pounds.
That's crazy.
Bro,
to
I
believe.
was 5 foot 89 pounds with braces when I started high school.
Oh,
It
you
was a lot different for me.
Okay, well, I was 5'6". I
And
was
running cross
130.
country, not catching dimes, man.
But I wasn't catching dimes like that at that time. I was a freshman. This isn't what you see
Stop
freshmen now.
ruining our vision of you, man. You've always been 6'3",
I'm not
jumping and
filling back
dunking
the
like
layers.
6'2"
I'm not
or 12,
ruining.
dog.
I'm not ruining the vision.
like it.
I'm pulling back the layers. I want you to know. When I got to high
real.
school, I was
I feel
5'6". I was 130. It took me a while to grow to the height I am. It took me a while to get to the weight, but it took me a while to come into my own. I tell how many people out there have been like this. I was shy. I was nervous. I had legitimately lived in Georgia for 6 years. And I came back to Detroit. I had to refine myself. So high school was a tough process. And I say that to say by the time I got to my junior year, now I'm locked in. Now I got my boys to drive. Now I got my girlfriend that I'm dating. Now I'm like one of the popular kids, even though I necessarily wasn't doing anything on the football field yet. But now I'm excited about what high school is.
Sure.
And then I literally skipped class my junior year right before Christmas break, skipped class to go get some food with my boy Dakar. Terrible influence, by the way. Terrible
out to
influence.
I saw the flashbacks.
What terrible influence, by the way. Although I was the one that said, "Hey man, you got a car? Let's go to Wendy's."
go.
So we go to Wendy's. We eat. We get caught. We get picked up. Show the IDs. IDs didn't match the lunch schedule. So you get taken back to the school. You get there. You call my parents. Dean Morgan. Call my mom. Mom comes up there. She gets me. Takes me home. I'm on punishment all of Christmas vacation. All of Christmas vacation, I'm on punishment. So then we get back to school, January 4th, 5th, 6th, whenever it was. Went to school at King one day. And then when I got in the car after school, my mom said, "How was school?" I was like, it was all right. It was cool. She said, "Good, because it was your last day at King." So then I go to Bishop Gallagher. So I go from King High School, which is over 4,000 students, 750 in my class alone, to Bishop Gallagher, which was 234 kids, 42 seniors
Smart move
in
by
my
your mom.
class. So when I say I was ready to get out of high school, it's because like the space that I climbed to get to, I got taken out of, and I was all right, cool. This isn't home. This is a means to an end.
250 the whole school, 4 grades?
100%.
I had about 550, 600 at
that's
my high school. Now, I got 2 questions coming out of that.
And graduation sucked, by the way. It was Catholic school. It's a mass.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm trying to, and I couldn't wear my earrings. Like,
Yeah,
why
it's
you
like
not gonna
3
let me
hours long instead of an hour.
Like, get me the hell up out of here, man.
First, 2 questions here. First of all, was that the first time that you skipped or the first time you got caught?
First time I got caught.
Okay, solid.
First time I got caught. I didn't skip a ton. Like I wasn't a big skipper. Like you know me, I didn't drink till I was 21. I mean, I made up for it, but I wasn't a big skipper. I would typically skip during lunch, which isn't skipping. But this one, man, I'm like, look, I'm 3.4. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling froggish. I'm starting to come into my own. You know what I'm saying? I grew in height, so now I can wear Pops' clothes. I can wear like the Nautica shirts, the Tommy Hilfiger.
I need a junior double cheeseburger.
I got some gear going on by myself. I got the Timbs laced up. I said, man, let's skip. Let's go.
Let's go get a Frosty.
And now I'm at Bishop Gallagher.
All right, second
wearing
question.
uniform.
Can we learn more about Bray on defense?
Sure.
Because that's what I heard. I heard some, you played both ways there, right?
Defense taught me how to play the game, and defense taught me the physicality, man. Like, when I got on defense, I learned how to hit.
Where'd you play?
I played D-line. Well, I played DN. I played outside linebacker, safety, and DB. You know, he goes, B-Lad, you know, when you go to small schools, not that you did, but when you go to smaller schools, coach going to put the best player
everywhere
where their team is best at.
Yeah.
Where their team is best at. So I broke the state record with position started at 12 that year. Defense was fun. And because we didn't have a quarterback, I enjoyed playing defense a lot more. And offense was just something
Favorite position defensively?
Defensive end. Because I legitimately had a wide receiver stance on the outside. I just came off the edge.
Yeah.
How many picks do you have?
4.
Hey.
I had 4, but I had 8 sacks.
Untold stories of Braylon Edwards.
I like this.
Yeah, we played
too.
We played Wall Lake. Not Wall Lake. We played Lutheran North.
Hey,
I know.
my alma mater.
We played Lutheran North my senior year, and I had a bum ankle, but they had a really good wide receiver. And so they moved me from DN that day to DB, and they wanted me to just check him. When I tell you I locked this fool up with a broke ankle, I felt so good. I was like, oh, no, I might play DB at Michigan.
Hey, shout out Lutheran North, heavy hypocrites who'd rather turn their back on their students than anything else.
I don't know if that was a shout out. I felt that was personal.
Shot at.
Hey, my alma mater. Yeah,
that was
those guys.
that was a little bit
Yeah, man, if I
personal.
ever made it big, I'd be sending a track to my grade school and then photos of it to my high school.
That was so. Hey, Calvin got a job. I'm proud of him. Let's go, Rob.
Calvin's got it. Speaking of Calvin Johnson, who played for the Detroit Lions, let's pivot back into some NFL conversation. I feel like the NFL conversation has been going good for us for the last 2 days. Let's jump into it. New hire by the Detroit Lions. B-Lad, why don't you catch the chat up and catch us up on who Chris Grier is, new hire from the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, will do. So this is a big move, in my opinion. It's not any player acquisition, but in the front office. Now, here's the thing. We all get this stigmatism around Brad Holmes. Oh, Brad Holmes at the trade deadline, he's non-existent. Brad Holmes at free agency is non-existent. A lot of negative pushback from Brad Holmes. Well, Brad Holmes' position with the Rams was he was mainly focused on the draft, mainly recruiting, and he was a scout. So that's where his forte is going to be at. But now with Chris Grier, here is where I think he plays a pivotal role in this front office. With the Miami Dolphins, he was there for about a decade, and he's made some moves to actually try and win. And I'm going to get to that. That's my whole point around all of this stuff right here.
Because as soon as you say Dolphins, You know, people instantly, the eyes, like, you talking about the Dolphins?
Exactly.
Make it make sense.
Now, they had 3 seasons where they were in the playoffs. Obviously, their playoff record is 0-3, and there's a lot of things that kind of factor into that. But
Do a song about it, Lord.
Yeah, and the offensive line and a couple of the defensive side of things. But here's the thing:
Dan Campbell's no longer there.
That too as well. But here, to his point here, he's made attempts to try to win. Now, here's what he did when he first got there. He traded Kenny Stills and Laramie Tunsil for 2 first-round picks in 2020 to the Houston Texans. Now, Kenny Stills was kind of the back end of his career. Laramie Tunsil was dealing with some injuries. He wanted to move away from him. Those 2 first-round picks ended up being Tua Tagovailoa and Austin Jackson, who ended up being a reliable offensive guard. Or I think he played tackle, but he was reliable for him. And after that, he had packaged a first-round draft pick in 2020 and a first-round draft pick in 2022 to move back in that draft, and ended up trading up to the number 6 overall with those draft picks to draft Jalen Waddle. Now, that also leads me to that second-round draft pick that they acquired from Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Stills and drafted Javon Holland. So he has an eye for this in the draft as well. But not only has he done that, but he's used that draft capital that he got from the San Francisco 49ers. That was a 2023 first-round pick to go grab edge rusher Bradley Chubb. And that's a huge pivotal move. He's making an attempt to improve his defense to win in that aspect. And not only did he do that, but he also went out and traded for Jalen Ramsey. And it was a third-round, I believe he traded a third-round pick and tight end Hunter Long. That's a fleece. Like, let's be honest, Jalen Ramsey was good for the Miami Dolphins. He's put these players in different positions to make an attempt to win. He was relentless. And not only did he do that, but he also added Tyreek Hill. And he sent a boatload of draft picks to the Kansas City Chiefs for Tyreek Hill. So when people are complaining about Brad Holmes, and when they're complaining about, oh, he just kind of sits back and waits and only likes his guys, this guy has the track record to go out and be aggressive in those kind of areas. So maybe they're going to have Brad Holmes go focus on more of the scouting, more of drafting side of things, and they're going to have Chris Greer combine the 2 heads together. Maybe he's going to make moves at the deadline, make moves in free agency, yada, 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 ultimately to improve this team.
So what I want to do is I want to circle a word real quick, and I got to stand up to do it. You don't need to hear me. You can see. I want to circle right here, trades. I want to circle right here, trade, and I want you to know both of these are trades.
Yes,
now,
all of those came from trades.
I'm not trying to be Captain Obvious, but I'm trying to make a point. I'm trying to be sexy doing it. This is what we've been talking about.
Yes, sir.
Like, this right here shows me. See, this is a good move. I like this good move. I don't necessarily know who Chris Greer is. I'm learning about him, and we'll learn more about him. But when you see this, he has a record and a track record in trading. He has a record in going after players. He has a record in packaging situations up and getting the best bang for his buck. This is a good thing. You want the Lions to get better. This is what we're talking about. We want you to get better at the things that you're not necessarily good at. This is why we are critical of the Lions. This is what the conversation was yesterday. This is what the conversation was on Monday. When you see the Lions understanding that we need to get better in certain departments and going out and actually doing it, now this is an organization I can believe in. This is somebody I see understands finally, maybe we can be a little bit better. Maybe there's somebody out there that can help us get to where we want that's not in this building. I don't know if Chris Greer is going to be that guy, but I tell you what, these were good moves. I tell you what, these are good places. And I tell you what, he was aggressive with the trades. Laramie Tunsil is one of the best linemen that's come into the league in the last 25 years. And the fact that he had something to do with it, I still remember his draft. Realistically, I like this. Because remember the smoke, the bong?
Mm-hmm. The face mask or whatever it was.
It said he actually, because he was projected to be top 7, top 8.
Yep.
And I think the bong, I think he ended up going 13,
he fell pretty far,
17 or something like that.
Something like that.
But I like this. They're acknowledging maybe we can give Brad some help and it not be disrespectful to who Brad is.
I love this.
Yeah.
And I love the timing of this. On the heels of the information and news of Myles Garrett going to the Rams, the guys that you're so tied to, the guys that are the prohibitive favorite in the NFC, now you get this opportunity to give an answer to your fan base, to give an answer to the NFL. Now, is it the big trade, the big splash move? No, it's not. Now, did the Lions plan this? I can't say that they planned this, but I'd love to think that they said, hey, our first 5 years, we're going to come in here and we're going to give it to a guy whose skill is evaluating college talent and drafting and developing studs, guys that are worthy of long-term extensions. And we've seen that. But the big knock on Brad that we especially highlighted this week because we watch our rivals in LA make this huge deal for Garrett Well, we're not able to do that. We're too afraid. We're too complacent. The Fords don't actually want to win. This is the compliment 5 years later. You've got your expert at drafting. Now you've got your expert at taking chances, going out and making that big deal, breaking things down and realizing, hey, we can move this capital. Hey, we can move this guy. It's time to win now. And sometimes you got to let one guy have his skill, and you got to bring in another guy to match it with his skill, because not everybody has the same ones. Yeah. This guy comes in and fills a huge need in our front office, I think.
Yeah, 1,000%. And I think in doing this isn't people that were like, hey, look, Brad Holmes has to get better at certain things, like myself being like, hey, I told you Brad didn't know what he was doing. No, this is more so saying that I saw something, people that had questions, we saw something, and now this is the Lions saying, you know what, you guys weren't necessarily wrong. We can make better. At the end of the day, Brad is really good at the draft. Brad is really good at scouting. Brad is really good in terms of understanding why. When he sits down with individuals, why could they fit the Detroit Lions? You know, what is it about them? He understands the makeup, but he doesn't necessarily know. When you look at what they did with the Los Angeles Rams, they weren't necessarily loading people as it relates to trades. Like scouting him and Les Snead, they were scouting well. The only move, the big move they made was Jalen Ramsey. Like acquiring Jalen Ramsey. So now you get a situation where, you know what, Brad? You cook over here, and the fact that they're doing it, this means they had a conversation with Brad himself, Kool-Aid, and they said, hey, look, we're not bringing this guy in to replace you. Mm-hmm. This isn't a situation where, hey, man, now we got 2 GMs and there's 2 people in the front office and now it's this, that, and the third, and maybe you get replaced. No. We want you to focus on these 2 categories, and we want Chris Greer to focus on this.
Yeah, and you know what? Excuse me. That might be a little bit of a page out of the Detroit Pistons book when you're talking about building your executive part of your organization. They've just gone to an aspect of, yes, Trajan is that one voice, but we will have other top minds too. Former head coaches, former top scouts, former basketball agents and such and personnel are all in their front office, and I do think that's what's contributing now to a lot of the success we see. And with the Detroit Lions, you see amongst their coaching staff, and now when you're talking about going into the executive office, they've done this on the offensive side. Yeah. They did hire Drew Petzing, but they also brought in a Mike Kafka. You know, and so if you have a team where the ego is, we don't mind if there's more help, we don't mind if there's more people to assist, we believe that the more people that are contributing, we can get further and we can get better, you know, then that to me proves a little bit different, because we all assumed that it was a maybe Brad knows all type of a thing. And instead we see that this organization isn't afraid to say, you know what, maybe we need to step in this direction as a team so that we can actually get to the levels, get to the goals that we have set for us and our fans.
Yeah, 100%. And look, I'm related to myself as a wide receiver. Be glad you're a wide receiver. I played wide receiver, okay? I played wide receiver. Brad Holmes is a GM. That doesn't mean we're necessarily great at everything. That does not mean as a wide receiver that I'm the best at running curl routes, that I'm the best at running out routes, that I'm the best at running hitch routes, or I'm the best at coming in motion, or I'm the best at being in the slot. Like, be like, how many players you look at that you play with that at the wide receiver position, oh, they're better at this, that, and the third. Absolutely. I'm better at this. I love the outside. Give me the comeback, give me the big dig, give me the post, give me the go route, give me the fade.
Exactly right. That's spot on, too. And, like, that's why there's different positions for that, too. Like, if you're better at running short and immediate routes, you're going to be in the slot. If you're better at blocking on the perimeter, you're going to be outside. If you're better at the fade ball, you're going to be in the outside. That's another thing, too, is when it comes to Brad Holmes and this strategy and stuff like that, we've seen him hit a lot of times, and he's built this entire thing up from the ground up, like ever since he's got here. But we've kind of hit a wall to where it's like, okay, maybe we can improve in some aspects, whether that's the trade deadline, whether that's free agency. And the whole thing about this acquisition about Chris Greer, he has made the attempt to put the best team possible and to win. He's went out and been aggressive. He's been relentless. We touched on it yesterday. But that's what we needed Brad to do, is be relentless, keep hitting the phone lines. Chris Greer has a track record of doing that, and that's why I'm very excited that he's here, number one. But number two, when you have 2 minds, and it's not like this guy is some pushover. He was the GM for the Miami Dolphins for the last decade. Yeah, maybe they haven't won any playoff games or anything like that, but there's a lot of other things that go into that, because you had the whole Brian Flores deal, you had the whole Mike McDaniel deal, bad offensive lines, Tua Tagovailoa injuries. There's a lot of things that go into that, but at the end of the day, he made the attempt. He was relentless, and he tried. He really did. And he's had the experience.
So, listen, I do love this move, but Neil's the GOAT in the chat brought up something, and it made me think the Lions are kind of doing something now in two areas that you don't see in the NFL, really.
The OC.
Two OCs, two GMs. This is an experiment. Let's call it what it is. This isn't something you see in the NFL. I'm seeing Kool-Aid reply to him in the chat talking about same guy talking about too many chefs in the kitchen. And listen, this show's better because our team's bigger at this point right now. We have more people working on the Braylon Edwards show right now, and that's why we're better. So in theory, if these guys all work together, the Lions should be better. Well, it's also about overlapping and non-overlapping skills. And the fact is Brad Cook's at player prospecting and development, okay? When it comes to these bold moves, he doesn't have that skill. He's never really shown it. Listen, I love the trade for Stafford, but that was already pushed upon you.
It was given.
You just had to find. Yeah, you just you had to find a suitor. It was already happening. The public of Detroit had already chased out Stafford. He wanted to go, so you can't show anything in trade, or even really in free agency.
That was part of him
that
leaving.
excites me about this man.
That's part of him leaving. Les and him had a conversation. Where you going? Hey, look, we like Matt Stafford. This was a situation. He walked in with that one already in hand. I understand where you're coming from in the chat when you say too many chefs in the kitchen. 1,000%. Like as it relates to offensive coordinator situation, we still don't know. And I would be lying if I came up here and tell you going into the season, man, I would rock with it. Mike Kafka's going to be amazing. He's going to have the pass going this way, and then Drew Petz's going to come here and have the run game, 13 personnel. I don't know. I'm hoping that they do. But I would think that this move in the front office is a little bit different. It's a little bit different because Brad has a specialty. He has a specialty for eyeing talent. He has a specialty for drafting that talent. He has a specialty for going away from what everybody else thinks, what everybody else is reading, everybody else's big board. What he doesn't know and what he necessarily isn't great at, he's not good at. This is where Chris Grier comes in. I think that front office situation is a little bit different than Mike Kafka and Drew Petzing because the other side of that, Brad Holmes is your GM. Whatever happens with Chris Grier in this situation, it'll be his next move. It'll be maybe he's a GM somewhere else. Maybe he becomes the president somewhere else. Maybe something happens with the Lions and he becomes president. We don't know. But when you have two coaches going after a certain thing, both those offensive coordinators are trying to be a head coach. Both those offensive coordinators are trying to be a head coach. So you can get some bumping into each other 100%. Look, let's keep this conversation going.
Yeah, I want to talk to them real quick. Hey, guys, smash that chat. We got some really exciting super chats that we're going to get to when we come back. We do have to pay some bills, but we need you to smash that like button. We need you to share it just once, at least once. One person, some group chat, somewhere, but we'll get to those super chats.
And let me just get all-day IPA.
Hey, I can do that for you guys. It's summertime, man, and it's time to get your drink on. And it is the perfect drink for summer. I'm talking IPAs, but I'm talking about the king of IPAs, All Day IPA, celebrating its 15-year anniversary, and it comes to us from our proud sponsors over at Founders Brewing, a Michigan original. It's citrusy, crisp, and refreshing, perfectly balanced taste, along with power. That 4.7% alcohol by volume is going to carry you throughout the day. So listen, next time you're watching the game or just enjoying summer, make sure you're doing it with an all-day IPA from Founders, but make sure that you're doing it responsibly.
If that's a little bit too strong for you, you can stick with Founders, but you can make it a water hazard. We're interested in introducing the water hazard, the bullpen from our friend at Founders Brewing. You've probably seen that drink. It's the blue bright drink. Yeah, it's the water hazard. Best served with ice or a slice, preferably a lemon. It's citrusy, it's refreshing, it's only 5% ABV, so it's smooth. You can sip it slow, you can enjoy it all summer day long. Still drink responsibly, but this is one in which you can do that a little bit easier. I'm telling you, Founders Brewing Company, they found a niche with this one. You got to try it out. Get in the drink with the water hazard.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice. Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions. Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. There are regular sports bars, and then there's Art and Jake's. You know what time it is when you come to Art and Jake's. Nobody comes close. Over 80 TVs around that place, and then wall-to-wall action, especially around sports time. Like right now, I guarantee you a lot of people are in there having a little lunch vibes as they're watching the Tigers as they whoop the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-2 right now. Not Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the Devil Rays. Make sure you scan the QR code above my head, or make sure you sign up at any one of their socials at Art and Jake's on all socials. Art and Jake's, man, it's the place where people make it happen.
And we back, and we got that big super chat, right?
We do. We got some awesome super chats.
Go ahead, get it going.
We got a
man.
big one.
We will kick it off here with Randall Smalls opening things up, asking for a second day if the Lions will take a QB in the supplemental draft. Randall, clearly you have somebody in mind, so why don't you help us along with that
Facts.
one? Michael Wary with $5 super chat. He thinks that Brad has tried. He heard that from a good source that the Browns asked us for 3 times what they gave the Rams. Now, I got to push back on that because I don't think people understand what Jared versus value was, period.
True.
Yeah, 1,000%. Like Jared versus a monster. He's a monster that provides leadership in the locker room. He's young. He also has shown you he can get it done on the field.
He might be 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Absolutely.
Like Jared versus, he is a monster. Yeah. But I will say this. Let's stop talking about. See, today is Rando. See, come on now, Rando.
That was Wary.
That was what? Is
That was the
Wary?
light police.
Come on. Let's not do that. See, today
Wary's been provocative lately.
That's been very provocative.
Spicy.
Out Wary.
What did I tell you? You said spicy, Bray. It's spicy.
Well,
Only reason I'm saying let's relax and calm down because we're tired of hearing that the Lions made a phone call. The Lions were in on this, but then finding out they were not.
They were getting Max Crosby, I thought.
I will watch the information and where it's coming from because the Lions are
put it
their
this
own
way.
best leakers.
What if when you're dating, what if your girl got around the bases the way that Brad Holmes just makes phone calls rather than sealing the deal?
I wouldn't. Ooh.
Speaking of spicy,
Blue
Bray,
balls. I'm just saying.
the worst. Nobody will ever. They'll never know.
Like, hold on.
They'll never understand.
Okay, let me ask this. When we were younger and blue balls was a thing, and people would tell you about that. Were they hyping it up more? Because like I never got what people were saying when I was a kid. I never was like, oh my god.
You do now?
No, because I never got it.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, Mr. All-Pro. Another one he doesn't understand, guys.
I was not always an All-Pro.
Okay, I'm going to guarantee you something, Mr. NFL. Everybody in the building right now, everybody else in this room has experienced blue balls.
Bray's never had those problems.
Bruh, never. Okay, Camp, have you had blue balls?
I've experienced it, yes.
B-Lad.
Absolutely.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You out of control today, bro.
But I will say this though, like, and this is being forthcoming with you guys. I didn't lose my virginity until I was a senior in high school.
similar to me.
So I'm saying, so when I say certain things, now I'm giving you more perspective. So I'm like, I
But
never had blue
the
balls.
longer you wait, the more opportunity for blue balls.
I was playing.
Am I wrong? I mean, that's kind of the definition of all of it. Speaking of spicy
Feels like
Bray,
that's what Lions fans have right now.
People just like saying B-A-L-L-S.
you know what? I'm gonna share a story.
Do Lions fans not have Honolulu
my
blue balls?
my first experience with that, after we were done fooling around, somebody accidentally kneed me in them, and so you think they're sensitive
hospital pain.
normal?
Double
Oh,
down.
dude, it was
That's like
yeah,
hospital
it was
pain.
it was like 2 days. So we've got a fan of the spicy Bray here.
Freddie felt too.
What up,
He
Freddie?
just stopped the show to talk about blue balls. I love it. I've never had them.
I actually had something
Freddie was
queued
like,
up
Bray
too.
be like, what the F is blue balls?
I know what it is because I remember.
You?
I remember watching the Wood when I was in high school, and I was like, man. So you mean to tell me I'm gonna have to pour a pitcher of cold water down there? Like, I saw
No,
it.
he really doesn't know what they are,
I'm not BSing you,
bro.
I will say this though, like, I know what they are at the strip club, but that's a whole nother story. Let's get back on track. Look, with
Spicy Bray is here today, but he was also here yesterday, and Teddy Fresh appreciates that to the tune of a $50
Hey now.
super chat.
Hey now.
He think Bray is Jesse.
Bray,
I appreciate that, man. Go ahead and get it up.
Bray, this was for your legendary rant yesterday. I agree with you and Anson. The previous 2 years have shown me that they are not trying to win a Super Bowl, but to stay relevant.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I just won't spend my hard money on any of these Detroit teams. Even the Pistons, bro.
And I think that's fair. And I really do think that's fair. A move like Chris Greer, which you guys are hilarious.
Yeah, he definitely he doesn't know at all what that is. He had no problems.
Cam,
First,
with the assist.
Clutch Cam.
Solid.
first of all,
Bray knows it too.
I need to get my 43-year-old ass up off that floor. I'll tell you this. Realistically, I agree, and it's funny. I don't think anyone has ever sent a super chat in and said these words. I agree with you and Anson.
I didn't even know that was in
happened.
there until
That's
I
never
read it.
happened at the same time.
I was kind of shocked.
100%. But I think making a move like Chris Greer shows you that they do care. You know, maybe not to the care of doing the blockbuster trade or maybe adding expensive individuals that you didn't draft. But there is care, there is concern. They're trying to make sure that this team stays in a space where they can contend. And to be honest, is all you really could hope for. We'll get more with the Chris Greer conversation tomorrow because I want to prepare something. Because we thought about it as we were off break. Why the move for Chris Greer now?
But first, more on Bray's balls from Freddie Felt. Bray has Mays balls, the GOAT on and off the field.
$2 super chat.
You know what,
I was worth the interruption.
Somebody call the dead man. But no, I appreciate you, Freddie Felt. It was good seeing you in the studio last week.
Shout
Hey,
out.
and
Yes,
the
sir.
Force Ones, the Pistons drip.
Freddie
Oh, yeah, he was holding it down.
But realistically, the Chris Greer conversation is an interesting one. We'll have more on that tomorrow because the question really is, why now? The question is, why, with still time before August, before September, before the season starts, why is he here now? And it makes you ask a very specific question. What move is in the works before the season? What move is Chris Greer and Brad Holmes going to collab on to bring the Detroit Lions?
You think they pulled him in to pull the trigger?
I think so. I think they brought him in here to collab on something and get something shaken before the season. Like this is a team. This is a team. Now see, this is
Careful, you're going to tease the fan base a lot right now.
But I'm just saying, these are the type of moves that you get excited about.
I'm excited.
These are the type of moves you get excited about. When you have a season like you did last year, you go 9-8, you don't do the things before the season, you struggle through the season, and glaring holes were pointed out this season. In the off season, you know, you have a decent off season. You have almost a good off season, a decent off season. But now you bring in a situation like that, and you outline what moves he's made, what he's done in his 10 years with the Miami Dolphins, and it makes the wheels start to turn because there are still free agents on this market. There are still people that are trying to move players that play for a certain team. So I want to see what this is. So let's get more on that tomorrow. But I'm excited because this may turn into a little bit
You're
bigger
gonna
than
give me
we
a night
thought.
to think about it.
I'll be giving you a night to think about it. Me too.
And the chat.
And the chat.
And the chat.
Because who would you want to bring in? See, now you bring in a guy like this who has he has the capacity and he has a track record of making two-way trades, of making multiple.
So it's not just free agents at the end of the list anymore.
Exactly. So who are you thinking about? Because there are a lot of guys on other teams now, not free agents, that teams want to move on.
Yeah.
Like Myles Garrett, like they were trying to move on him a while ago. So now we'll see what happens.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
I'm
but
I'm excited.
I got some work
I got a
to do
couple
tonight.
I appreciate that. But we will stick with the Lions because we've had this instance last week. Sweet Potato Cam and my boy Hanson, B. Ladd, and Kool-Aid. How y'all like them helmets?
I love that.
How y'all like them Lions helmets?
I
that came
love
out?
these. Like they're vintage retro. I love that old 70s like swoopy big block lettering.
Yeah.
Like that, I expect them to come out in bell bottoms. I'm stoked.
Those don't look like actual like white helmets either. They look like they kind of have a little bit of a
Off-white
tone
cream,
to them. Yeah, like a creamish color. So that's definitely interesting as well. And if you peep the background too, you see they're playing around with the different logos as well on those other helmets in the back there too. So.
yeah.
And on the top right there.
The original
Wait, is that the-
logo. I love.
Wait,
the
is that the
original
other
logo.
side?
That could be the other side. Yeah, good point.
Oh, you're right. You know what?
snap.
Because that helmet,
Okay,
they're
that
going
takes it
opposite
up.
way.
Yep, exactly.
That takes it up. You know what? I didn't even notice
Larry,
that
the,
at first.
Larry the Leaping Lion.
That's my
according to
favorite.
Maz.
Yeah, that's my favorite logo, bro. The old one with the two blocks.
So I'm curious to what they would do with the actual jersey too, if they're going to keep that like cursive old school font along
like
the
that.
chest plate and stuff too, like that. It should be interesting. Nike usually cooks with these. So.
You know what I like about that? Even though it's Nike who has their roots are not in Detroit, we know they're in Eugene. This looks like Fago. Has like a
Okay.
Fago
You're
cursive
right. That's why
I
element
feel
to
so
it.
close to home.
100% has that cursive Fago
You're
element
right.
to it.
Dang.
Like that.
Makes it home in Detroit. I'm not gonna lie. These are fly.
They are.
These are all right. Chat.
You know,
What you think
Maz
about these
is
helmets?
Super stoked about those.
I ain't gonna.
The eggshell.
Eggshell. I may have to put one of those in the crib, man.
You know,
Yeah.
speaking of
I might have
Maz,
to put one of those in the crib.
speaking of Maz,
Got you again.
there's a duck in the studio somewhere. I know you guys ask about Maz all the time,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have him for you at 3:40
Gotcha.
today. That's right. We'll be talking New York. I won't call them by their mascots.
You're not gonna
We'll be
call 'em by
talking
their
New
mascot?
York, San Antonio. But these are cold. We know he's our resident uniform lover, but for me, these are sweet. I love the vintage retro feel. Like that's what I'm looking. I'm looking for that kind of a shirt from the 70s when I go to the Salvation Army.
Okay. So which uniforms are we gonna put these on? That becomes the question.
Oh, which game?
Yeah, what game, which uniforms? Because these helmets are dope, but
Thanksgiving.
which
Thanksgiving, yeah.
unis look the best with this?
You know what
or
they're
a-
doing for Thanksgiving.
Or a primetime night game.
Yeah, like it
Monday
has to be
night.
like late in the season too.
For Thanksgiving, they're going with those same retros they go with.
Yeah.
The Barry
I do like
Sanders
the,
retros?
I do like the Barry Sanders retros
Yeah.
though.
Yes.
Definitely.
The old,
Definitely our cleanest.
You know,
Like the
they're
50s
they're-
jerseys,
They're
I
rolling
want
that back out.
Only good thing about the Barry Sanders retros was Barry Sanders.
Well, true.
I used to hate those.
You don't like those jerseys?
No.
Oh, it's like 1920s, like punch you in the mouth football.
But you know what it is for me? I'm just speaking on myself. You know, I'm a later Lions fan. I'm a new Lions fan. I did not like the Lions back there. I only like the players. They remind me of losing. Just like we used to say about what uniform? The Motor City uniform.
No.
Like
Yeah.
legitimately, when you look at those teal uniforms of the Pistons, you think of, oh man, Fat Joe Dumars. So when I think of Barry Sanders in those games, I think about Barry.
do that to
Barry,
Joe.
Barry going off for 230, but still losing.
Don't do that to Joe.
I'm just saying, look, we have to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back and we'll talk about another football team in our same division and an individual that has graced the cover of a certain video game that also sometimes come with a curse. We'll get back to that. But let me tell you a little
type
bit
of
about Black Rock.
fish.
Let me tell you about Black Rock Bar and Grill. That is a sizzle above the
Speaking
rest.
of filling your belly,
Man, filling your belly with some of the best food in the game and home of the Steak on the Stone. Now, they want to invite you to the event space. They want you to book, whether it's graduations, as we talked about, prom is going on, everything's going on right now. Why don't you come to Black Rock? Book one, man. I just drove by one on the way here when I was leaving Highland. They're in Heartland. They're in Novi. They're all around the state. The service is excellent. The price points are right. And they want you to come down and enjoy their place. So go to blackrockrestaurants.com. Find out about the menu. Find out about the locations. And also reserve today for your event space.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Check this out. Nabi Sahab, managing partner of Estates Title Agency, serving home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, lenders, and investors throughout Michigan. Headquartered in Dearborn Heights and are committed to providing accurate, efficient, and professional title closing services. Nabi has personally coached high school football for over a decade. Combine that with his experience in title, that means he's a winning record and he can do the things. The reason why he brings up him being able to coach high school football, he's a leader. He leads his team and he gets the best out of them. And him getting the best out of his team means he's going to get the best for you. This is who you should go with. It's Nabi Sahab and it's the State's Title Agency. We'll see you there.
And we back.
Yeah, like coaching high school football is dope, man. Like I always tell you guys, I believe coaching is in my near
Coaching
future.
high school basketball is the greatest thing I ever did.
Shout out. Yeah. What school?
St. John Greek, which is in like the Dodge Park area, and they had never had a winning record in their history. We had a winning record our third year, and then we won every tournament in the Midwest in the fourth year to be considered the best all-Greek boys Orthodox high school basketball team in the Midwest. And then I went on top.
That sounds like super specific. Like, who'd you guys play against?
We played against Greek Orthodox guys.
Okay.
We were also in the Pan-Orthodox tournament, so there's like Egyptian Orthodox, Serbian Orthodox. There's all kinds of Orthodox. But.
Well, you mentioned records about 30 seconds ago. Speaking of records, there's a wide receiver that is no longer employed by the NFL, but is still in the headlines, and that will be one, Brandon Ayuk. He's been in the headlines today for a misdemeanor speeding ticket. And I like that 100%. Oh, shoot, they coming.
I kind of, looked over my shoulder.
But it makes sense because realistically, if you remember, right around the time the 49ers were in the playoffs, there was somebody that wasn't there, but he was driving by Levi Stadium going about 140, and he even was smart enough to record himself. Kool-Aid, we got the video? Yeah, so shout out to I just don't understand Brandon Ayuk's head, man. Like this is a situation where, all right, this is him. He's in his Cadillac. This is him. He won't come to practice. He wouldn't show up for treatment. He wouldn't go to Levi's to the practice facility for anything.
Oh, this is crazy.
But you can catch him speeding by talking stuff.
Swerving.
But here's my question for Brandon Ayuk. Like, what's the energy? Because this is the same team that tried to give you everything you wanted and more, and you delayed the process, and you held them out, and you tried to go over here to Pittsburgh, and you tried to go down here, and you tried to do this. Now you're driving by the stadium like they gave you the middle finger. I know that it's not always understood between the player and the franchise. I know that there's sometimes miscommunications for the media, but I don't know about this one. I feel like this one falls directly on the square on the shoulders of Brandon Ayuk, who Detroit will always hate because obviously the Kendall Vildor face mask catch. But hope that brother gets the help he needs. Last month would have been a good one for him.
Dude, he's on my dynasty team. Figure it out, bro.
Yeah, that dynasty's cracked. at Dynasty's Cracks.
His is. That's for sure.
100%. But you know whose isn't? Is Caleb Williams, a.k.a. the Catfish.
Thank you.
Cover Madden 27 Catfish Caleb for you. Oh, did you put the catfish on it? I love it. So shout out to Caleb. He makes the cover after his team last year won the NFC North. They went 12-5, made it to second round.
This always goes well for these guys, right?
So that's what I was gonna say. Do you remember? Let's see some of the playoff curses. See if I have them on here. Let's see.
This was undefeated for like a decade.
It's strong. Here you go.
Megatron broke it.
Drew Brees. Drew Brees was on the cover of Madden 11. Brees managed to play, but threw a career-high 22 interceptions and went 7-9. Larry Fitzgerald, Madden 2010, had a decent season, suffered a rib injury that limited him in the playoffs and did not have the season like he did in the previous 10. Madden 09, that was Brett Favre. Brett threw 9 interceptions in his final 5 games, causing the New York Jets to miss the playoffs. Vince Young. We know how that ended. 17 interceptions, and he no longer ever saw a starting position again. Marshall Faulk, his streak of 5 1,000-yard seasons was broken immediately after being on the cover. Dante Culpepper, you remember him in Detroit. He was on the cover in 2002. Keep rolling.
Shit out of here,
Boom. Never the same again. And the list goes on. Eddie George, 2001. Eddie George, the first actual Madden player, and he had a career low the next year, 3 yards per carry. Now, that's truly 3 yards in a cloud of dust. See, if you know, you know.
It's coming for the catfish. The curse is coming for the catfish.
Is it coming for the catfish?
Absolutely,
Why
man.
is it? Give me something more than the supernatural. Why is that curse coming from Caleb Williams?
Schedule is one.
Who got better? Okay.
Schedule is absolutely one.
I can ride with that.
There's also a different entry into this year than what it was last year.
Yeah.
He had to work last year. This year he's coming in a little bit high on himself. I mean, maybe he puts it to work and he really puts his nose down and they get it, but I've never believed in this kid. His numbers weren't great last year. It took so many last-minute just luck situations, and yes, he made some tremendous throws. But if that series or that season, just a few of those games early on go the other way, the way they did the year beforehand, you watch him melt down.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the character makeup when things go bad yet. Can he develop that? Certainly. But I think things go bad in Chicago this year. And I think the Catfish pay no one more than this guy. And listen, to put him on the Madden cover, it just cements it for me.
All right, cool. I won't go around the room asking everybody what they feel about Caleb Williams. No need to do that. I will say this, though. You and Stick, this is 2 days in a row. Stick came in here yesterday, and he made the comment, if this didn't go this way, it would have went this way. And now you just said, if those games would have went this way, we got to stop.
But no, I saw 2 years of it going one way and the other way.
Okay.
And I saw how he reacted when it went positive. I saw how he reacted when it went negative. I think the deck is stacked against them this year. Through the guys they lost, through the upcoming first-place schedule that they have, and when those things don't go the way they did last year, without DJ Moore to make those big grabs at the end of games.
Who's no longer there.
That's right. We're going to see how the Catfish handles adversity.
Okay, let's have some fun. I'm going to throw you on the spot, Sweet Potato Cam. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. You get 2 covers. You get a current cover, which could have been your Madden 27 cover, and then you get an all-time cover. So who would you put on Madden 27 based off last year, and then who would be your all-time? We'll go around the room in this order. Just do your 27.
27,
Yep.
I would have to say it is, man, let's put a Detroit Lion on
Okay,
there.
I knew you
Yes.
would. Who you got?
Jared Goff.
Oh!
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
But we're going to look past the, we're going to past that curse because he's going to tear it up again this season.
Shout out to Sweet Potato Stick. Sweet Potato Can. All right, here you go. You on the clock, Kool-Aid. Who's your Madden 27 cover?
Oh, wow. Detroit
Think
Lion.
of your all-time.
All time?
No.
Oh, okay.
All-time would be next.
Sheesh. For me, I got to go to Detroit Lion as well. You guys already know. And I got to go with, let's go with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
Talk about the charismatic Amon-Ra St. Brown. One of the few players out there, or at least one of the few Lions who can actually host a podcast and still perform. I think for that, he'd be one that might be able to also break this Madden curse. That's kind of where my mind went. Which player do I think will be robust to this? Last time I thought it was broken, it was a Lions wide receiver that did it. Shout out Calvin.
Shout out to Calvin Johnson, Megatron. I will tell you this. There are a lot of Lions fans that think he might be doing too much podcasting and not being on their judge machine.
I'm hearing that now. You know what?
I'm just saying.
He's numb to winning, bro. He's numb to winning.
No, we're not going to do the sun guy like that. Anson, you're up. Who's on the cover for you? Madden 27.
It's so easy. It is a quarterback from this class that took his terrible team to the Super Bowl. It's Drake all day, May.
Wow. That's not
period.
A bad one. That's not a bad one.
Like,
That's
I
fair.
know that you guys are trying to anoint this guy, but he didn't make it to the Super Bowl. You know, like what Drake May did, I'm sorry. He should be your cover boy.
And I can't argue. I can't finish runner-up. You look at the stats hold up, and you see he got a shiny new toy. Shiny too. All right, B-Lad, you on the mic.
Anson, you are correct. I was going to say that, but my Lions Kool-Aid
wouldn't let you do it.
Your Kool-Aid runs blue and deep, bro.
Chat, who you thinking? Chat, give me some names of the chat too, man. You guys jump in this.
I was very surprised when I didn't see this name, but my cover for Madden 27 would be Matthew Stafford. Been in the league for so long.
Mr. MVP.
Never got the recognition.
Hey, Stick.
MVP.
Hey, Stick. He's talking about Matt Stafford in here again.
Detroit Rams. No, I'm
We
saying.
got beef.
No, but he's been in the league for so long and has been consistent his entire career. I thought this would have been the year since he won MVP. Didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but still.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take a page out of Sweet Potato Cam's book, man. I think we live in a world where everybody gets the love. You know what I'm saying? It's, show some love to all different type of players, all different types of people. How about I go with a guy that just won the Super Bowl?
Oh.
How about I go with Sam Darnold? How about I go with Sam Darnold? I don't think he'll ever win another Super Bowl, just my thoughts. But
Can I?
you know what? You see 2 years in a row, somebody thought his career was down in the dumps. You thought it was over. You thought he was thrown away, waste of a fifth-round pick. Well, Kevin O'Connell seemed to revamp that, and then he goes to Seattle, and he won a Super Bowl. So give me the ginger on the cover, Madden 27, man. I don't know if it'd be would he be the first ginger on the cover? There we go.
I should hope
Most
so.
likely,
There
yeah.
we go.
The percentages say yes.
I'm gonna give Sam Darnold some love.
Remember
Look out for Bray. Look out for
all
ginger
you guys
representation.
thought I was gonna say Lamar Jackson. You know it. you know it. You know it. I'll start for all time. I'll start for my all time. You know I'm going Woodson, man. Stop playing.
Charles Woodson,
man. That's why I'm going for my all time. But I want Woodson on the cover. I want a dual cover. I want Woodson checking Woodson.
Ooh. Green Bay against Oakland.
Wait a minute. Green Bay versus Oakland. You
That's
know it.
hot shit.
So I want Oakland. I want him as a wide receiver. In Green Bay, I want him as a DB.
That's really cool.
Yes.
I like that one.
I just pulled that out of my you-know-what, too.
I'm seeing Myles Garrett in the chat for this year.
Facts.
I'm seeing Randall Cunningham for all time, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, fire.
Matt Stafford, some people saying this year.
I still get sad thinking about Randall Cunningham, and the reason why is, like, I know Randy Moss is my guy. Like, I cannot believe that 1998 season.
Hint.
Like, I cannot believe that they go 15-1 and then they lose. I'm telling you, Gary Anderson did not miss a field goal that whole season. And every time the commentators say something, whenever the commentator says, you know what, Bob, he's 30 for 30 this season now. He's missed. The Joker missed the kick, and Morton Anderson made it in overtime. But I digress. I'm not mad.
That's how they do
it's
it,
over.
man. Blimpie and Denver Blair believe that if anybody in Seattle should get it, that it should be K9.
He's not on that team anymore.
Sure.
That's the only thing about that.
That does
like,
make a lot of sense.
And so it's like you want him to be on the team as an MVP, but he's not even with that squad anymore. So, like, can you still be on that team and then be on the cover? So
I got a deep cut for the all-time.
That would be a Michigan State cover for you.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
College football.
Be the first one.
Jim Thorpe.
Nah, it's too old.
I don't care. People need to understand he was Native American.
He was?
He was maybe the greatest athlete to
Before
ever.
Bo Jackson?
Yeah. You know, I mean, if Bo Jackson, I'd like to see Jim Thorpe in the new gyms being able to go through the new workouts, go against Bo Jackson. Jim Thorpe should be on the cover of that, and people should know who he is.
See, now you sound like somebody else that used to sit in that chair.
Shout out. That's fair.
That is very fair. Yes.
Super duper fair.
1,000%. Sweet Potato Kale, who you got?
You know, as much as I love Charles Woodson, there's no way I could duplicate your selection there.
I know, right? That was amazing.
I'm going to have to go Troy Polamalu.
Ooh.
He was my favorite. Besides Charles Woodson in the league, he's my all-time favorite.
He was actually on a pretty dope. You know what? Speaking of duality, he was on the cover with Larry Fitzgerald. after the year they played in the Super Bowl. That would have been the 2010 Madden. Yeah, 2010. He was on one side, Larry Fitzgerald was on the other side. It was a pretty dope cover. See his hair just flowing. That's
Man,
a real
long
dope.
hair don't care.
I think Dion doing the same thing as Woodson would be cool. Somebody else in the chat is talking about Jim Brown, which I could upgrade my Jim Thorpe to Jim Brown and be a little more relevant.
There you go. Shout out to Jim Brown. So Jim Brown was the liaison when I got to Cleveland. He was the liaison for the play, kind of like the go-between.
Cool.
So he was the liaison for the front office and the players. He was the go-between. Like, we can tell him some things, and he can kind of relay that information to the front office, or the front office could tell him some things, and he could bring it to us in a player-type mannerism. But I used to mess with Jim. So he's an older player, and, he played when the helmets were thin, you know what I'm saying, with cheap shots and all that. So he's stiff as I don't know what. Yeah. Jim was stiff as a board, and when he turns, I can turn and say, hey, what's going on? What you say? Like, Jim can't do that. So what I would do was I would ask questions on one side, and then I would slowly go to the other side, because he turned around like, hey, Braylon, what'd you say? Wait, hey, where you go? Hey, And then after a while, he got to figuring out that I was doing it on purpose, and I was joking with him. And he'd be like, hey, goddammit. hey, where you at? Stop moving. No, I love Jim Brown.
To
man.
me,
That's a
Jim
really
Brown and Bill Russell, if you got to play for one of those franchises and have them as a mentor and in your life, how blessed are you?
I tell you like this, as we complain as athletes in this day and age, complain about all type of other stuff, I didn't have to deal with what them jokers had to deal with in the 50s and 60s. So I'm glad I did not.
And the way that those two handled it,
Yeah.
and how they became bigger than the game, man, amazing stuff.
Even the Athletes Coalition, and so how they kind of like came down there in Cleveland, kind of all met together. Lou Alcindor, Bill Russell, Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay at the time, and Jim Brown trying to figure out what Muhammad Ali was and try to help Muhammad Ali have that meeting. So that's dope. We'll take another commercial break, and we'll come back. And when we come back, we have to pay bills, and I appreciate you guys for staying tuned and staying with us. When we come back, what were we dead ass wrong?
I was dead ass wrong.
What were we
So
dead?
was I.
100%. We'll get that thoughts. Tell us, where were you dead wrong this week or over this past weekend? We got some great topics for you. But first, we'll get a message in
Supreme Lending.
Supreme Lending.
Hey, I can handle that one for you guys. Listen, I've told you many times, it is home buying season. So start the process right now by giving Chad and Chris a call at Supreme Lending so they can get you on the path for when you are ready to buy that home, upgrade, or refinance. They're going to get you into the best buying or lending profile, borrower's profile, so that you can get that 0% down payment, so that you can get up to $500 off of your appraisal by just mentioning the fact that Woodward Sports sent you. These guys are the best in the biz, and we want you to use them as partners just like we are right now. Please give Chris and Chad a call today at Supreme Lending.
Tigers are the best team in baseball. Get the best coverage in Detroit right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Scooble start, every green homer, and all the action can be followed on all of our social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's World Series or bust, Detroit, and we are here for the ride. Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. You know what time it is, man. I keep saying 2,700 gyms. There are 54 plus right here in this very state. And it's that many gyms because the gym is you know what time it is. Look, man, home of the judgment-free zone. There's trainers on staff, and then the gym is clean. You want to come somewhere where you feel good, you feel clean. But that's Planet Fitness. You know, we're all strong on this planet, and you know what planet it is, man. Start, continue, or excel. But you better do it at the purple and gold.
And we back.
And we are definitely
Chat
back.
family's killing it.
They killing it. What's the chat talking about, man? We appreciate you guys. We do the show for you. I love when the chat has their own conversations going on too. I love when they're like, yeah, we love you guys. We appreciate you. Yeah, we're here, but we need to hash this out. Crazy Clown is tripping. Brando Smalls is right. Now I'm just saying, like, these are the things that they do in the chat. I'm not saying that's what's going on right now.
We love you, Crazy.
1,000%.
And we love the middle-aged sneaker chick as well.
Oh, we got some super chats.
So y'all talk. Yeah, this is a $5 super chat from from Sneaker Chick. Y'all talking about blue balls.
Ooh, let the lady in the convo.
Shout out.
It's reminding her of growing up listening to her brothers and their friends talking in the backyard while I was in the window listening.
Ooh.
Rando Smalls, $2 super chat. Thank you for this answer. QB Brendan Sorsby played at Cincinnati and Indiana. This is the guy that he wants in the supplemental draft.
Okay. I'm familiar with that name.
Okay. Yeah.
Randall be doing his homework.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he brings it to us to figure it out for him. I don't know much about him. I know B-Lad might. What do you got on him?
I don't have enough to have a conversation.
Okay, we can come back.
I've heard the name many times. I saw a couple clips.
B-Lad a little younger than me. You know what I'm saying he's got the ear to the ground.
I know Justin knows all about him, but
we'll
know more tomorrow. We'll address that. Yeah. But we got to address this $20 super chat.
Hey,
shout out,
boom.
Chris
Chicken
got the munchies. Must have gone to Loom. What up, though? Love the network. I love how the network is growing and expanding. Would y'all ever have a Woodward Fest where y'all touch the people? Because whether y'all know it, y'all faces out here. The hood loves y'all. Yep. Listen, we are absolutely working on that and a few other things. Woodward Lifestyle. And we've got some really cool stuff beyond just some of our shows that we do, our remote shows and our watch parties. We have some very exciting stuff coming up this summer, this fall, and then, man, 2027, look out, too.
Man, look out, too. Man, we appreciate that, too. And I say this all the time. We had a situation where, we were having a meeting outside of work maybe a couple weeks ago, hint, hint, and one of the neighboring establishments, one of the individuals that works there, he came outside, looked at us, got excited, and came over there and had a whole conversation about how he loved Woodward sports and the shows he liked, and the energy was great. And I think he even called Anson a name that was very enduring, very endearing, if you will.
And enduring. We talked about it for days.
We endured it in the moment, and it was very endearing. But
the hard eye.
Yeah, 100%. But
what was his name?
That hard A.
What was his name? No, it wasn't an A. It was an I.
Oh. His name was, you know what? We'll have him up here, man.
Yeah,
we see
do
him
need
from
to
time
get
on
him
time.
up here. Oh,
1,000%.
We're gonna have the censor button. No, we're gonna have to have that ding ding.
Your Tigers won 2 games.
2.
That's right.
And, ready to sweep somebody.
And they're about to sweep the Tampa Bay Devil
Here
Rays.
come
as
the
they're
Tigers.
Up right now, 6-2. Kerry Carpenter seems to have found his
back. We back, baby.
Gleyber Torres is back. I will pipe down on that. Jack Flaherty even pitched a really good game yesterday. Somebody in our group chat asked a very funny question. It was like, is AJ Hinch out there cheating again? I was like, you know what? At this point, everything is on limits.
Hey, look, AJ, if you need somebody to go out there, I will be in the stand banging the trash cans. I got you, bro. We gotta win.
Exactly.
Yeah, what signs you need?
Wonder where Maz is on the side of that one.
But Maz loves he loves AJ. He loves Ivy too.
But he hates Altuve.
He hates Altuve, which I don't understand.
But he loves Hinch.
He loves everybody.
He hates the Astros.
He lets everybody on that team.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
I take it easy on you guys.
Yeah,
I want you guys to like me, but I'll throw.
Kind of stallions cheating.
Body blow, champ.
Anyway, but I say that to say this: just because the Tigers are going to sweep this series and win this series, will be their first.
They are gonna.
Well, they won 2 and they're up 6-2 right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't hear the score.
Yeah, 6-2. So they'll probably win.
They've blown a lot of leads, Bray.
They have, but they didn't blow it last night. They didn't blow it last night, and they managed to hold on the first game against the Devil Rays. They were up 6-0, and he came back, and then they ended up winning 10-9. I say that to say this: they're still not back. Like, I don't want you guys to come here and tell me, Braylon, you were dead wrong about the Tigers. No, I wasn't. They've had a couple good games, but I opened that up to say dead wrong. I wasn't dead wrong about these Tigers, but what have we been dead wrong leading up to today? Anson,
are we putting the ass in there? We keep going back. What's dead ass wrong?
That sounds good to me.
Dead ass wrong. We're going dead ass today.
We're
going dead ass today. I'm going to lead it off.
All right,
I know the boys back here got some of their own. I've been on this one for some years now.
Okay.
They are not a dynasty.
Ooh.
The OKC Thunder fell short of the back-to-back championship I basically had written into books.
When I say hold on, I'm not trying to cut Anson off. I just want to chime in and say Anson has been beating the drum of the OKC Thunder since we started this network. He has been telling me about Shai Gilgeous and how important he is and how the Clippers let him get away.
He carried them 9 months.
I didn't know who the hell J-Dub was. Oh, J-Dub, I don't even know who that is. Told me about that. Before this season, they're going back-to-back. They're going to sweep the dynasty. So for him to say this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just giving you a little more before. That's a lot.
It is, man. And listen, I told you guys that there was a possibility that these guys were going to get tripped up, and it all was because of the unavailability of J-Dub. Came off the wrist, broken wrist surgery they had in the offseason, even though we put up 40 in the finals with said broken wrist, but he never got into the flow. And when you come back a little too early, you tend to pull hamstrings, which he did, which lingered all year. The guy was in and out of the lineup. They never fully got him integrated. There was obviously some other injuries, but the fact is you got to overcome this. They could have won game one in double overtime, and you win that game, and you're in the finals. If you're a dynasty, you find a way out of that series against a team that's all basically under 25. They're not supposed to be there yet, the San Antonio Spurs.
I will give slight pushback to that, which is crazy. I'm giving you pushback on you being dead wrong. Like, you think I would shut up and let you be wrong. But if AJ, I know we say don't do this in Detroit. Don't use the excuses of the injury situation. But you're talking about an individual last year in J-Dub that had 42 points in Game 6. You're talking about a guy that could have been Finals MVP if Shai Gilgeous wasn't the guy. And you're talking about A.J. Mitchell, who was a young guy in J-Dub's stint. Came on and played tremendously well for OKC this year. You get both those guys in the game, and you're right. The Spurs were not equipped at this time to beat that OKC team. But you know what? Injuries are a real part of this game, and they were able to take advantage. So I don't think you were completely wrong, but there will be no dynasty, to your point.
No, not this year. And now you got this giant, this looming giant. That how do you beat him?
You won't.
But
this would have been the last year to beat him.
They got a lot of capital. They got 2 picks in the I believe they're both in the lottery, or maybe one's at 17 or 18, and those don't stop for the rest of the decade.
And they double down on Chet. A lot of people coming out having a conversation, which I was going to bring up as well. What do you do with Chet? Chet as an individual, you can get a lot of draft capital for, or you can get a lot of talent in return, get him off the books, a lot of more, and still be good. Sam Presti came out and said, "You MFers are crazy."
He's not going.
Like you are crazy.
McLovin
talking about getting rid of
is
Chet.
staying in OKC,
McLovin was
man.
there. Kool-Aid, what about you? Like, where were you dead wrong?
I'm sure you
in the
guys
past week
can
or so?
probably take a hint, but there it is up on the screen. It was the Detroit Pistons as a lock to make the Eastern Conference Finals. They look like a team that had proven everything and that they were real and ready to go. 60 wins in a regular season. The defense was doing this thing. They were flexing, and whenever Detroit Pistons defense is there, that's when you can count on it. And I thought that they were an absolute lock to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Absolutely.
Cade looks sad there.
He does a little bit.
That's why I chose it.
He does. Look at the kid just yelling at him like
they're trying to get his attention.
Failure.
Look at my man. I always love the guys that see him on camera, like see the camera and be like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, you see me? Boom, boom." But go ahead. Yeah,
but you know, not.
Do you see him on your camera? You laugh. He like, "What's up, bro?
What up, bro?"
You know the Pistons lost again.
Play the song. Play the song.
But yeah, in this one, it was one where I thought that, we talked about it. Is a season of failure? Is it disappointing? And just they had everything there. To know that they're the ones, though, that dropped the ball in a couple of those games to be able to really close this thing out, even on their home court, that to me is what hurts most about it being wrong, is that all season we saw them control their own destiny.
Yeah.
Then you get to the playoffs, and they're probably the biggest reasons why. I know we take umbrage with the refs, but the Pistons had their opportunities to close it, and that's what makes being so wrong hurt this bad.
Yeah, 1,000%. Shout out to you for being honest, man. But that's what this segment is about, chat. This segment is about being honest. When we come up and say dead wrong, we're not making stuff up. I'm not saying, I was dead wrong that the weather was going to be 85 today. I cannot believe it was 82. We're coming up here and saying real things, and where you're like, you know what? I didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to go this way, man, and that was a complete false or missed call by me. Sweet Potato Cam on the chill vibes. You don't typically get a lot wrong, man, but what did you get dead ass wrong?
Well, first and foremost, AI got Sweet Potato Cam dead ass wrong.
What do you mean we don't see color?
Is that Sweet Potato Cam?
This is the first one I put in.
I thought that was Inky Johnson. I thought that was Inky. We were just talking about Inky with Marquise Hill the other day.
Sweet Inky Cam.
Okay, so here.
Shout out.
That was the first one. We won't include our host faces, but this is AI. Just they thought he was.
Why they got to profile
so
me?
hit, man.
Why they got to profile me like that? What?
Speaking of profile, one of the funniest profiles of all.
Why can't I like sweet potato?
Like, you know what? It goes well with the segment. One of the funniest profiles of all time. I just watched it last night. It's not a funny situation, but he was funny in the situation. When Justin Timberlake, when his video footage was released, I'm not talking about the one when he was outside because he looked like he needed help. He was in bad shape, and I don't like seeing people like that. When he was in that police station and he was reading that report, he was like, white.
White?
Oh, did he really? What? Yes. I didn't see that part.
Yes. Like, I'm talking about in the police station as the officer is over him.
JT,
like, he snapped out of that drunkenness for 2 seconds. He was like, white.
That's fantastic.
It's so true, and it's true. His whole band, his brothers, like he's a Tennessee kid, man. You know what time it is, but dead wrong on that. B-Lad, you got one?
I do. Let's get that up there.
Ooh, okay.
So mine's a little bit more.
This is new.
Yeah, mine's a little bit more recent, and I actually have the receipts to pull this up on where I was dead ass wrong.
He bought receipts too.
I did bring receipts here. Let's see if I can find it here. Yesterday, here we go.
Receipts to make himself look worse.
Hey, this is just me being open and honest. You know me, I'm an open book.
I like
but
that.
right before the game started, I said, if you guys can't read that, Flaherty starts tonight. Period. Auto L.
Ooh.
What happened last night, guys?
You were dead ass wrong.
I was dead ass wrong because he didn't even let up a run. And we won 9-0. So I'm like, okay.
We back, babe.
Yeah, if that's the case, then I am dead ass wrong completely. And I'm, after the LA Angels series, I wrote him off.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's chalked up at this point. Like, I don't know what we can do. But only thing I can think of now, if we can pull together like 5 to 7 series wins and sweep 4 of them, then maybe we'll be back. But that's a lot to ask for. That's a lot to ask for, especially in the game of baseball. Baseball is a weird sport. But I was absolutely dead ass wrong last night about Jack Flaherty.
Did they blow the 6-2 lead yet?
No. If the Detroit Tigers come back and make the playoffs,
it's actually 7-2 now.
Hey!
Top 9.
Hey, they're scoring runs.
If the Tigers come back and make it to the playoffs this season, this will be more impressive than what they did 2 seasons ago when they made the playoffs for the very first time.
Oh, absolutely.
This will be more impressive.
No doubt.
Because they're way behind now.
Couldn't they just be like consistent all year, one of these years? Like these 3 straight years, if they do make a run, man, what drama.
You talking about having your heart in your chest the whole time. All right, here's where I was dead ass wrong. I didn't get a chance to prepare anything, but just thinking over the years or thinking over the minutes. I say the Jalen Duren contract. When I looked at Jalen Duren before the season last year, but when I looked at him before the season year before and just him as a player, I didn't see a guy that makes $40 million. And part of that is me still looking at it through the lens of you have to be this particular talent to get this particular check. Some of it is just pay scale, and this is what it is. But Jalen Duren improved himself last year throughout the year. He struggled in the playoffs, but once he got that All-NBA, 3rd team, the price went up, and now Jalen Duren is singing the tune 5 years, $220 million is what's been
44.
rumored. But you said what?
44.
Oh yeah, 44 years. So $44 million a year for Jalen Duren. I never saw that to be the thing.
$50 million.
100%, and I was dead as wrong.
No, that's.
I mean, we just last week we were looking at 380. It was
38.
was hopeful, or excuse me, 180.
Yeah, we're trying to get like around 38 million.
We were hoping it was going to be 200. Now it's looking at 220. I got into it with Stick last night. Actually, we were our dynasty draft afterwards. We were talking about Duren, and the fact is you have to sign him. There is no other option here. You can maybe get into an argument and then do a sign and trade deal. You're not going to get the same value back. You obviously can't let him walk. And look at this man. I mean, he's gonna be on like 3 different GQ covers over the next 5 years. And he's going to be on another All-Star team next year. He's going to be perennial guy over and over and over again for the next 8 to 10 years. That's something that Detroit can't lose. Yeah. And you have to pay to keep it.
No, at the end of the day, man, like you got to pay to play. Like, it just is what it is in this day and age. You got to pay to play, and it's understood. You're talking about one of those individuals that you have homegrown. You're talking about a guy that you've raised in Jalen Duren, and you did see him take his game in the regular season to that next level. Now, whoever you bring in the offseason, I think another year removed, will help him in his game. But I tell you this $220 million, they better be taking two of it or whatever it costs. They better have Jalen Duren down there in Houston working with the Dream. And I'm telling you, 1,000%, like we've seen other players work with him in the past. He can do so much for his game. It's not just about moves. That's the thing I've seen. Who was I talking to? I was talking to Joe Johnson. Hey, you remember the event, the Big 3 event last year? Got a chance to interview Joe Johnson. Got a chance to interview the Iceman, the real Iceman, the only Iceman.
Yes,
outside of Marvel comic books, like the only Iceman, George Gervin. And we were talking about, when you have mentors like Akeem Olajuwon or Kevin Garnett, because we were talking about KG. And he said when the young players work with us and they work with these guys and they work with these vets and these Hall of Famers, it's just not basketball game we're giving them. It's just not moves. It's just not post game. It's just not work that we're putting them through. We talk life. We talk shop. We talk specific moments. We talk about, hey, what did it feel like when you were playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers and you couldn't get to this? Like, what did it feel like when you were playing against the Magic and you saw yourself, overcoming games 6, 7 and become a better version of yourself? Like, when you have conversations like that and you mix it in with the game and the hooping and things like that, that's when you get the best. Like, one of the best practice sessions I've ever had was with Torrey Holt. And this was before I even got drafted. This was going to my senior year. Like, legitimately, his agent was trying to recruit me, so he came into Detroit for a session. He brought Torrey Holt, and we sat down, had a meeting. This is what it could look like, blah, blah, blah. Then we went out there and ran routes. Man, Torrey had on a golf shirt. Torrey had on some slacks, and Torrey had on, this is like 2004. People still dressed up like old men, like just dressed cash. And he had on some loafers. When I tell you, man, he rolled up the sleeves. Man, he get out there. He was running. That's not how you do it. Now, what would you do if this was fourth quarter, game's on the line, 4th and 1, and you got to run it? Like, how would you? It's not. Like, so he took me through the moments, and it was more than just running routes. It was more than just playing football. It was like being in the moment, what it entailed, what the energy was going to be, what I was thinking. So now that's why you go and see these guys, and that's why you play. All that going to the Drew League and, shooting at Lifetime in New York and being cool, that's all right. But you got to get the work in with the pros, man. So I would love to hear, even KG.
Somebody
like that, man.
Speaking of Duren, Neil the GOAT, the Pistons were dead-ass wrong for playing Duren so much.
Ooh, Kool-Aid, thoughts on that one?
He said that the Pistons are wrong for
they
playing
were
him so much.
dead-ass wrong for all the minutes Duren got.
For playing him.
For playing him.
Constantly pushing those minutes out there, despite having a B-ball Paul.
You know what? I know that they do like B-ball Paul a lot, but Jalen Duren is the transformative player for this team. He is the one that stepped into All-Star this year, and it was the first time that he was game planned for. That's not where you judge him. You judge him after he gets to the offseason and after he puts in a lot of the work to try and improve. That's where I judge young players especially. When you're older, you the wily old vet, and a lot of the time, these guys don't got to go into the offseason to get better. They're just rolling off of muscle memory, instinct, and haven't been there, done that. But with a Jalen Duren, you want to see exactly what you saw last year. He came back more chiseled. He came back with a few more skills in his tool bag, a few more tools in his tool bag. And you saw him and Cade actually do what they set out to do for the regular season, and that was go from just being the number one lob connection to being the number one pick and roll threat. And what I like during the regular season is how he stepped more into being able to handle more of the iso ball. When he got game plan for, though, that's where things fell apart, and I do look forward to seeing him in these playoffs, in the offseason, kind of at least coming back next year, being able to be much more efficient during those times when teams are trying to take him out the game.
And so one of the things that I'll say about the Jalen Duren situation, and I'm not going to come up here and sugarcoat it and be like, you know what, we were completely wrong about him, and he didn't have this and that. But I will say this. Jalen Duren wasn't the only player that struggled for the Pistons in the playoffs. Every single Piston struggled in the playoffs, with the exception of maybe Tobias Harris, until he turned into Tobias Harris in the last 3-4 games. Like, everybody struggled. Cade struggled at times. Asar Thompson, we were talking about him like, man, how'd you make the NBA, at least on the offensive side of the game? So everybody struggled. Everybody's
JB Bickerstaff also.
There we go. This is an offseason for everyone to get better. And then whatever you add, I think it's going to benefit him as well. So I'm not looking at this as like, oh, man.
No,
I'm looking at this as like, you know what? There's an opportunity for him to get a lot better and be a different player when October comes.
A 22-year-old failing forward.
Yeah.
A whole franchise whose core average age is under 25, failing forward. A head coach really with his first full-time gig where, like, this is you. You're not an intern that got, kind of anointed. They're all learning. Trajan Langdon is learning. You know, I want to throw something out here that Duncan said that made me think a little bit further. He said he is paid like Hutch. Is Duren and Hutch, are they not? They're doppelgangers on each other's respective team. Like the guy that stirs the coffee but disappears in big games.
Ooh, that's
and both could be on the cover of GQ together.
That one got some smoke.
But you know what? Both of their defenses have been criticized as well through the years, but we've seen them improve. Chuck says, hey, speak on Duren's defense from year one to now. Remember when he couldn't guard a traffic cone and he couldn't. When JB, and that's the point. I don't think people get this. Andre Drummond got the bag, but what type of an organization was he drafted to? One that was in complete flux from top to bottom. They didn't have development. They brought him here with other bigs, and they said, we'll figure something out. And they didn't even know his skill set. Jalen Duren, at the start of this thing, they had some people, like Dwayne Casey, who knew that kid is going to be special. But they didn't necessarily have the right development for him right at the beginning. As soon as JB Bickerstaff got here, you saw a lot of these young players start to improve and actually look like NBA players here. You know, and that's why I do give JB Bickerstaff some of that credit as well. But I think it's vitally important to understand you're not giving the money to a player who doesn't have the correct infrastructure around him anymore. You're not giving the money to a player who hasn't shown that he actually responds to the development plan of this organization. And so that's one where I am very encouraged that if it's Trajan Langdon and JB Bickerstaff and co. giving it to Jalen Duren, who's continued to show I'm going to go and work despite, regardless if it's the coach who shall not be named. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Regardless if we're going to 28-game lose, these guys could have quit, man. But instead, for some reason, they got fired up after having 2 of the 3 worst seasons in Pistons history. And that's why I'm saying every time they've kind of hit these major roadblocks, we've seen these young dogs actually get a little bit better.
You bring up a valid point because I remember going to a Pistons game. Like, my buddy was good friends with Greg Monroe, so he got 100%. So he got some tickets. This was at the Palace, as you know. This would have been 15. This has been 14 or 15. I can't remember which year it was. I just remember going to the game and watching Greg Monroe and Andre Drummond on the same team playing side by side. And I said, what the F are the Detroit Pistons doing? Yeah. Like, this is not conducive basketball to not even win championships, just to win games. Like, 2 slow-ass
just to have a product
individuals.
That looks good.
Like, 100%. I was like, no disrespect to your homie. I know Greg is cool and all that. Shout out to Louisiana, but what is this?
I preferred his game to Drummond's all day.
I'm just saying in terms of the slowness of the two. Of course, like, you talking about Andre Drummond with his hairy ass shoulders.
Listen,
Hutch and Duren.
He was dead ass wrong for having them hairy ass shoulders.
Hutch and Duren on the cover of a GQ would sell out every newsstand in Michigan.
Speaking of newsstand,
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, especially when they get dressed up and they understand it too. Like Duren walking in, like I told you, at All-Star, that was the craziest thing. First of all, they made us all wait. Yeah. You know, the winners, they had to be fashionably late, and they were. It was like, if you're going to come in, you got to bring the aura. And this Duren with the shades on, with the leather vest on, and a bowl of grapes. just one at a time. They walked in slowly all the way to their press table.
Solid.
And everybody, all media was like, oh man, they're here. It was crazy to see people respond to our guys like that.
As it relates to fashion, like I feel like the NBA players like all over the place, and I feel like a lot of it is too exotic, a lot of it is a little too zesty. But when you look at the Pistons, I think they get it.
Uncle Tobias,
he's elite.
He put them on that.
He's elite. Like real sorry. We'll get credit where credit is due. Tobias is elite when it comes to fashion. Look, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We should have Nabi Sahad from Estates Title Agency, and we'll keep the show rolling, man. We appreciate you guys, man. You need to hear it from time to time. So,
yes, sir. Let me hear it from Loom and Thrive.
This ain't Joe, that is Dip.
That's right. You guys know I love myself some Loom, guys. Hey, they've got locations all around Michigan, and we want you to let us be your plug. You guys can save with us at 30% right there. You use that QR code above my head, but they've also got new buzzing. As young Justin walks in here, he loves the buzzing. They've got a couple new flavors out there. You guys got to go and check them out. Crack a can, catch a buzz, and keep the good vibes going. It is available at all 40 locations across Michigan. Check them out at loom.com.
And put on that afternoon coffee. Upgrade your game with Thrive Energy Pouches. Thrive Energy Pouches ain't your daddy's dip. It is tobacco-free, nicotine-free, mental powerhouse, clean, smart caffeine, no jitters, zero crash. Thrive can be found online at dipstop.com. Remember to use that promo code WSN for 15% off your entire order. Found exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive Clean Energy. They flip and work, y'all.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Tigers are the best team in baseball. Get the best coverage in Detroit right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Scooble start, every green homer, and all the action can be followed on all of our social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's World Series or bust, Detroit, and we are here for the ride. Woodward Sports.
Y'all, it is time to upgrade your relaxation level. Hit up Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. They carry top brands like Infinity and Osaki. It is the go-to destination here, not just in Michigan, the entire Midwest. Be sure to visit Dr. Eric Duncan, the wellness doc, creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at The Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or scan that QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
It's something we've known here in Detroit for 80 years. The best pizza in the world is Detroit-style deep dish, and buddies, they created it. We're going to hook you up 20% off your next order. Use that code, Woodward20, when you head over to buddiespizza.com. You're going to save that 20% off, or you can also use it to save up to $200 off of catering. So have a buddies party this summer. Check them out over at buddiespizza.com.
And we are back. I try to be Kool-Aid to it on that one, man. Almost sounded like we were doing the interview from a plane. Had kind of like that plane turbulence sound to it a little bit. But anyway, we only partner with people here at Woodward Sports that we rock with, man. We rock with people that we can bring to you that do amazing things, and they want to work with you and for you. So my next guest is the man, the myth, the legend behind Estates Title Agency. He's also a friend of mine, and before I let him say anything, he was kind enough this winter to invite me over to his house to swing in his golf simulator. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, the very first swing in his new off-house edition at the simulator, the very first swing.
Don't remind me.
I took a ball and put it through the actual the screen.
It's a badge of honor.
But you know what? I appreciate you. You're very cool about it, Nabi. My guy, it's always a pleasure, man. Come on in, man. The B-side.
Thank you guys for
put a
having me, man.
face with the name.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, proud sponsor of Woodward Sports here in Metro Detroit. My name is Nabi Saad with Estates Title Agency. We are a full-service title agency here in the state of Michigan. We service all of Michigan, northern, southern. We do everything: cash deals, land contracts, commercial, residential, refinances. We've seen it all. We've seen all types of real estate transactions. There isn't any type of complex title situation that we haven't seen and overcome and got it, to a smooth closing. So appreciate you guys having me on, and I just wanted to come on and give you guys, I know listeners, you guys promote me daily, so I wanted to give you guys a face to the name and the logo you guys have been seeing. So appreciate it, fellas.
100%. And the thing that I always harp on the message when we're talking to them, it's about the experience, it's about the expertise, the years you have in the game, and they don't even understand that your family has been in this game for a very long time. Your mom, one of the best in the business, not in the state, ladies and gentlemen, around the country. So he's born into this. But it is simple, it is convenient, and it's about the service, the person-to-person service that you provide. Anson, you know this business well. Ask the questions that need to be asked.
Yeah. So one of the things that I think a lot of people, everybody understands mortgages.
Yeah.
Everybody understands the real estate agent, right? A lot of people don't understand what the title agent does.
We're few and far in between.
And the big thing is that the title agency protects you. That's what they're doing there. They're making sure that the real estate agent is doing what their job is, and they're making sure that all the documents from the lender, everything is up to snuff. They are there to protect you. And I think a lot of people don't really understand that. What does it mean to people when they go into like a first time buying a home, and they just don't understand the process? There's so many different things going on. They're getting called from the mortgage agent. What it means to them to have somebody like Estates Title in their corner.
Well, we understand, myself recently first-time home buyer, we understand that this is the biggest purchase or sale or refinance, if it's to fund, your future ventures. We understand that it's going to be one of the biggest, processes of your entire life, whether it's buying or selling or, like I said, refinancing. So we understand that. So we like to keep things as simple, as smooth as possible. We go out of our way at closings to ensure that things are explained in layman's terms. For sure. We like to ensure that all parties involved understand, what the documents are before they come in. Any questions, we try to preemptively handle before they even come in. We pride ourselves on handling that.
To that point, sure. I had a friend of mine that lives in my subdivision, just refinanced, and the last time he went through it, he said that the people, they just pushed him through, sign. He actually went through you guys. And he told me, he was like, man, this is the first time I actually understand what I was signing.
Yeah, I remember that file. Thank you. That's something we pride ourselves on. It's like I said, it's one of the most complex things, and there isn't going to be, the most, layman terms in the documents you're signing. So we pride ourselves on making sure that everything is explained thoroughly for you guys. You understand, you're fully comfortable. So that way we're very relationship based. We like to ensure that our clients are very comfortable with us, because when it comes to title insurance, believe it or not, you as the client, you have the choice whether or for your title agent. You go with your agent, realtor, you go with your lender for your loan. However, you get to choose your title agent as well. They may have their preferred, however, you have the right to choose as the
right there,
consumer.
that's
So,
huge.
absolutely. So we like to pride ourselves on building those relationships, making sure you're comfortable. So that way, if you ever do find yourself working with different realtors or lenders from time to time, we can be that common denominator throughout to keep the process as simple and, as standard and what you're used to as possible.
Maybe last question for me as it relates to this is,
Yeah.
what are some misnomers that people may think about the business or things they think are harder than they really actually are? I don't know if I'm asking an understood question, but I think a lot of people think that this process may be harder than it is.
Well, I think a big misnomer is people don't understand how important title insurance is or why they need it. Whether it's just simple a search of a family member just deeding it over a quick claim deed or a fast deed over to another family member just for the sole purposes of transferring it out. Well, there may be some things down the line that new transferee wasn't aware of that they may need to jump through hurdles at the time of they need to sell or do anything with the property. So as simple as any transfer, just if you need knowledge base, you should always contact a title agent just to ensure you have the facts and the history of the property. It's kind of similar to a Carfax on a property.
Yeah.
You buy a car, you want to know what
Exactly
the history is, if it bumps, bruises, fender benders. So that's what we do. We take a look at the history of it for you. We let you know what's going on and clean up anything that need be. So, but it's needed. As small as a simple transfer to family member, or one of the biggest purchases you need, or even if you just purchased it and then you need to refinance years down the line or months down the line and title hasn't changed, there's still other things that could have happened that you don't know about, and that's something that we'll present and clear it up for you through your new transaction. So you need title insurance no matter what, ifs, ands, or buts.
I know one of your first loves and obviously one of your biggest passions outside of being a title agent is being a football coach.
Oh,
being
absolutely.
In the space of football. You also played football in college.
Yes.
So let's deviate. Let's dive into the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
And the season's coming up. People are getting excited. Deal with Myles Garrett and Gerard Verse and now the Rams and now the conversation. Have the Lions done enough? Where are you with the Detroit Lions? Why do you believe, because I know you believe, why do you believe in the Lions this season?
I believe in the Lions because there's been a consistent, kind of a consistent feeling about the culture that we haven't had in decades past. If you lose a game, you lose 2 games. It hasn't been the conversation, is it the same old Lions? There may have been a comment or a joke or two out there, same old Lions, but truly if you look,
wasn't serious.
It feels different.
It feels different. It doesn't feel like the same old
We know we get
Lions.
relevant football this year.
Yeah,
you didn't have that every year.
It's been a few years, so it's been, here in Detroit, it's something that we should truly, harness that in and not take advantage of it, because it's been some rough times for us. And I think the top office, the coaching staff, the players, I think we have a great culture over at the Lions, and it's not the same old Lions, and that's why I believe in all of us. We all believe here.
Tell them about your team and tell them what they're going to do this year.
Oh, my team over at the high school. So
100%.
Yeah, man. So I coach over at Duren High School. I graduated from there 2010. It's my alumni. I got you boys. Don't worry. Pioneers, pioneer hitters. So I got the JV squad over there. I help out with the offense and defense a little bit on the varsity level. Friday nights I'm in the booth, but we just switched over conferences, and I think this conference that we just joined, they made a mistake by letting us in.
Love the confidence, man.
Fair
warning. Let them know.
Yeah, so combined, I've been coaching for years, man. It's been a little bit over a decade now. Right after I left Central Michigan in about 2012-13. And, so I've been coaching for years. I've been doing this for just under a decade. So, that combined with my title agent experience, you'll have a winning record going with our agency over here, guys. So whether it takes us going to overtime or what, we'll get it done for you guys. We'll have W's in the columns.
Shout out to Nabi at the State Title Agency. And like I told you all the time, it's about simple, it's about convenience, and they show up for you. Wanted you guys to put a face with the name, not to see that energy. I guarantee you it's going to be some phone calls on your end. 100%.
Appreciate it. Thanks, bro.
My guys, good to see you guys.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
Quick commercial break. We'll get back and we will finish up the show.
With Maz.
With Maz.
Maz is coming. You already know, guys.
We'll be right back.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Do you want to change your life? Let Mortgage Pros help you do exactly that. Last Friday, you saw us over at their 4th annual block party. You saw their culture. You saw their people. You saw their owner. You met both of them. It's an amazing place to work. They're just getting started. I think they're in their 4th or 5th year, and they have exploded. I know 3 different people that work there, and it has literally changed their lives. Reach out to them today. They're in Troy. Mortgage Pros, you can find them at 248-416-1361. Mortgage Pros. Let the pros handle it, and you can be one of those pros. And Pure Psychiatry, another one of our awesome sponsors here at Woodward Sports. We are not in May anymore. It's not mental health awareness, but we all need to be more aware of our own mental health. PTSD, anxiety, counseling, relationships, whatever it is, get the ball rolling. Listen, we trust these guys because as much as we love you guys and it's easy to talk about guy stuff, sports stuff, this stuff is not so easy. That's why we partnered with the people that put together and tailor a package just for you. They're in Michigan and Northern Ohio. Check them out, PurePsychMI.com. Hey, welcome back, guys.
Hey now.
And we are going to welcome this man. Kool-Aid is now my right-hand man right now.
What up, though? Kool-Aid.
Bray had to take off, but never fear.
Kool-Aid is here.
No, Maz is here.
And
Maz is here.
Here we go.
We're going to ping him up here in just a second.
Oh, we won't say his name. Hey,
there he is. My man, Maz.
What's up, boys?
He's been waiting a very, very long time for this moment. It's been about 27 years or 53, whichever it might be. Maz, for you, I will call them your New York Knicks. They are finally back in the finals.
Look at you.
And in fact, it's an exact rematch of what we saw back in 1999. Yep. You called it, buddy. You were right. I was dead ass wrong. How excited are you tonight for Game 1?
Oh, man. The only thing better would be if the Pistons were in there, and they're not, so we move on. And the Knickerbockers have been waiting a long time. I'm all locked in. I just watched the 30 for 30 when the Garden was Eden. I'm excited about it. It's been a long time, like you said. That shortened season in '99, they were without Patrick Ewing, Anthony Mason. They were shorthanded, and they got it handed to them in 5 games. This is a different team. Jalen Brunson, MVP in the East, against Victor, the MVP in the West. It's these Spurs are going to be awful tough to beat after this year, but I think the Knicks got a shot to beat them this time.
Well, Maz, the chat is very excited to see you. Middle-aged
Hey,
sneaker
guys.
chick. Please tell Maz that she said hello. Maz gets certain props from his show he likes. How's it going, Maz? Asked Michael Wary. The Knicks are going to lose, Maz, says K. Joby.
Okay, that's okay.
Spurs in 5, K. Joby again. Listen, I need to get a prediction from you. You know what I think. We'll talk about that after, but I need to hear it from you first. Spurs or Knicks?
I'm taking the Knicks this year. If anyone's going to beat the Spurs, it's this Knicks team. I know the East is least. I get all of that crap. But this is a team that's won 11 playoff games in a row, and they're winning by an average of 25 points in a game. They beat Atlanta. I know Atlanta sucks. They do. They were winning by 60.
But they
beat the
went
Sixers,
7
they were winning by
games.
50.
It took the 7th game to win them by 60.
I know that. I know. They lost 2 games on buzzer beaters. This is a different team than they played in the regular season. And I know Kool-Aid will have my back on this. I mean, the Pistons dominated the first half of the year, the regular season. The Knicks are dominating this playoff. You got to say it. You got to say
They
this
can't
team
miss
looks
from 3.
different
They
than
can't
the
miss
other
from
Knick
3.
teams of the past.
Maz, this is going to be 2 vastly different styles of basketball. You know, I think the Peasants are floppers, and I believe that the Spurs are the second most ethical team in the NBA. One team is zesty, one team is gritty. Can you speak to the styles that we're going to see contrasting here in these finals?
Well, you know what, Anson? Everybody flops in the NBA. Come on. You saw your guy, SGA, looked like he got shot the other night. Literally. Looked like his blood was spilling on the court. That's the NBA. They let him get away with it. So that's the basketball you're going to get. But I like the Knicks. I think they're going to be tough. Listen, the Spurs they're superb. They are superb. But you said it to me last week. They're young still. They're still young. This Knicks team is built to win this year. And if they don't win this year, when the hell are they going to win?
I mean, listen, I don't think that the Knicks should be there. I don't think that the Knicks are the better team. You know that I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I believe that the NBA would love to give the biggest market in the country something. Because, as we know, you were 11! You were 11! Right? And I mean, listen, I don't think that the Knicks have any chance of getting back after this year anytime soon. They've given up so much of their capital. Their base is aging. This kind of feels like a do or die where they might not be back for another 25 years if they don't win this year.
What do we always say about the Lions? Just give me one championship, and I'll be fine. As a Knicks fan, I've been waiting since I was 11 years old. Just give me one championship, and I'll go dark into the night, baby. You won't hear a word from me.
There's a lot of people that we got Maz316 in the chat. Shout out Freddie Felt. Bro, they missed you, man. We
shout out Maz.
So
love you, brother.
So listen, Blimpy, he's bringing up the main point. They dodged the Pistons. All right, the Pistons in Game 7 against the Cleveland Mistakes looked absolutely dreadful. They couldn't make a shot. But Kool-Aid, I'm going to go to you first, and then I'm going to let Maz reply.
Yeah.
The Pistons weren't getting by the Pistons.
Not at all. Not
They
at
weren't.
all.
No way.
Not at all. Jalen Duren, that was going to be his series. He was finally going to be going up against a big man whose physicality was a little bit different. We'll just leave it that way.
That's what I thought. What about you, Maz? Getting some
I'm
of that
having
nice
such a hard
ice over
time
there?
hearing you guys.
Look at
Got some of that prime ice over there?
Are you guys here?
Is it shaved
Yeah, listen
ice?
to this.
Crushed cube?
That's good stuff.
Stick, let's
They're
talk about the show.
cubes. Just little cubes, Anson. Not the crushed ice that I love, but it'll do.
All right, so Peasants
Listen, I'm having a hard
Pistons, who
time
wins
hearing
that
you
series?
guys. Are you having a hard time hearing me?
Yeah, we are.
Are you guys having a hard time hearing me?
We are. We are. Pick your phone up, man. What do you got? It laying in a pillow? You got it laying in the ice?
Bro, it keeps
That's better.
hang up and try back.
There you go. No,
All
no.
right,
So
goodbye.
listen, Pistons, Peasants. If that series happened, what would have been the outcome?
I don't think he's
Oh.
with us.
Chopping up.
Maz, you there?
This is the most Maz segment you could
It
ever
is.
ask for, dude. This
Bro's
is
going
so
under a
Maz
bridge or
right
something.
now.
Please hang up and try your call again.
He's at Subway right now getting some tuna sandwiches.
Facts.
That's Tuesday, brother. That's Tuesday. Just leave him up there for now. Listen, we wanted to get more from Maz. He's going to be in the studio tomorrow.
Shout out.
A lot of you guys ask about him. He is around. He's still part of us, and we're going to be utilizing him in a lot more things. We're going to get him on some baseball stuff. Might even see him on Friday on one of the shows filling in. So I just I don't want anybody to. I know people ask, and we love him just as much as you guys do.
Yeah.
So we had to talk to him in terms of the peasants, right?
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
ask him. I mean, look, especially when we know how much this means for Maz.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
I was 11.
yeah, when we talk, we get it. We understand. And the fact that he was adopted here,
Can you
this
try
is
and
his
get it back
adoptive
maybe,
home.
or-
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
Oh, there he is.
There he goes.
Hey,
The
there
fact
he
that this
is.
is his adoptive home and he's given Detroit everything. So you know what? I'm happy for Maz, and that's the only one. You're the only one, Maz. You're the only one I'm
Because
happy
I'm
for.
not a
Brad.
peasant.
Thanks, Brandon.
Love
Now,
you, bro.
What did I miss? What are people saying? Get Maz out of here. He's a New
No,
York fan.
they all
Come
love
on,
it.
man.
One
been
Randall
here
says
30
the NBA cut
listen.
Maz's mic.
I've been here 33 years. I'm a Detroiter. I've been here longer than I am in New Jersey and New York, okay? I am a Detroiter, guys.
We
all
know
the
it.
way. But I
We
can
know
root
it.
for my childhood team, can I?
So what's happening tonight with your childhood team?
Walt Frazier's going to be there at the game. All those old Knicks are going to be there at that
Clyde
game.
Frazier.
Clyde, I mean, you named your dog after him. Am I not
did,
correct
I
there,
did.
Anson?
Because he was
Okay.
not a peasant,
Cool.
Maz. He was a pimp.
That's
But
right.
listen, I haven't heard you call them the peasants in a long time. So
No,
I'm
I
thinking
call them
you're
the
kind of
peasants.
believing.
I led this conversation off telling you I would respect you. But listen, even though I believe the NBA is going to give this series to the peasants, the Spurs should rock them. And they will go
Come on,
right
man.
back to being peasants in a rebuild very shortly if real basketball is played. But we'll see what happens tonight.
Oh, here we go again. I mean, the Spurs flopped just as much as the Knicks.
I
They
don't
all
know. I think that they
flop. Where do you
bully.
want to go with that?
I think they bully as much as the Knicks flop.
I feel like we need a Maz cast tonight. Like, why can't we need to just have Maz go live, get your best reactions. I want to see him when he's in distress. I want to see Maz when he's absolutely ecstatic about his team
I
tonight.
could watch Maz.
I would watch that.
I could watch Maz watching the game at home alone, the whole thing.
I need the Maz cast.
For real. The
Somebody
Maz
send this
cast
man a
is
StreamYard link.
Maz cast is
Yes.
Maz peasant cast.
Yeah, write that down. Write that
Peasant
down.
We need
Maz
that.
cast.
We need the
I
Maz
think-
cast.
All right, speaking
I
of
think
Maz
I'm going to be on
cast,
StreamYard.
Do it. Do it. Seriously. Bro, that would be hilarious.
all right, Maz, what's happening tonight? Give us a score. Give us a prediction.
Knicks are going to win tonight, guys. They're getting 4.5. They're going to win. They're going to win outright. Give me the Knicks
On
the
the
money
road.
line tonight.
On the road. They're going to San
102
Antonio
to
and winning on the road.
95.
Why? Because they got the rest?
102-95 Knickerbockers.
They got the rest? You mean the peasant Bockers?
Peasant boxers.
That's right. The Peasant Bockers. They got the right referee.
I've been known to
The
be a
Knicks are
peasant bocker
undefeated.
So what are you doing
The
for
Knicks
the
are
game tonight, big
undefeated.
guy?
I'm
Are,
gonna be
are your
home,
girls watching it
flipping
with you?
channels.
Are they going to be there for moral support?
Probably in and out. They'll be in and out. Now listen, guys. If I don't like what I watch, I turn the channel. And then I watch my phone. If they get back into the game, if it's a game, I put it back on. I don't suffer for my soup. I think Mike Breen's on the call tonight. Is it Mike? Or is it NBC or ABC tonight?
Those are questions best answered by Tom Mazaway.
ABC.
ABC?
It's ABC.
There you go.
ABC.
All right, Mike Breen, bring it home. Knicks fan, bring it home. Bring it
Well,
home.
Maz, we are creeping up on the 4 o'clock hour here, and we
Oh, our Tigers guys, they got a stream today to celebrate the Tigers being back, man.
There you
They're
go.
back. Let's go. I'm drinking
I'm going
orange
to be on
Kool-Aid.
with Nick and the guys today.
you are.
Just a
That's
few minutes.
fine.
I'm going to be back
Hey,
on
plug
with
the
Nick.
show real quick.
Let's go. Woodward Tigers coming up right after this beautiful show ends. Stay tuned for Nick Koloff, baby. Nick at Night. Tigers 3 in a row.
Hey,
Beating
listen.
that ass.
We know all you guys love Maz. We had to get him on here today to talk about his New York Knicks. Maybe that that drought will end for you, my friend.
You gave him a New York Knicks.
Listen, there's only one
nice.
silver lining to the Peasants winning, and that's my very favorite friend, Mr. Mazaway, would have something to celebrate.
Thanks,
Appreciate
buddy.
you joining us today. We would look
Thank
forward
you,
to seeing you
Maz.
in the studio tomorrow,
Thanks,
my friend.
Anson. Hey,
Love you, brother.
love you guys.
Love you, guys. All right.
Shout out, man.
Man,
Shout out
it's
to Maz.
good to
Living
talk to
legend.
Maz, isn't it? He
Yes.
is a legend. An
Yes.
unbelievable mentor for me here, man. And we love him the same way you guys do in the chat.
One of the
I
best
know
supports.
A lot of questions about him all the time. He's still around, guys. And we've got some bigger stuff in the future for him and for the rest of these teams, for everybody. But for you guys, please smash that chat or that like one more time, guys. Get us out of there with a lot, because you guys actually hit that goal pretty damn early. Cam,
Shout out to y'all like that.
appreciate you. Love you, buddy.
Love you too, brother.
B-Lad holding it down as a TD.
Yes, sir.
And
Good job over
Kool-Aid
there, brother.
looking
Yes, sir,
right at
appreciate
home
you.
up on the desk again.
Hey,
Hey, man,
Kool-Aid.
always love it. But
Natural.
shout out to our guy, Bray, man. And shout out to the people here, not just Maz, but all the brothers here. It's a brotherhood, seriously. Chat family, thank you
Absolutely.
guys for doing what you do too. Hitting that like button. They don't understand the anxiety, man. And when we see it, it's just like, you know what? Thank y'all
Yeah,
for
when you
rocking
guys
with us,
show
bro.
up and those hearts are there early, you
Yeah.
don't understand the energy it gives us. It truly, truly does. But listen, tomorrow, Chris Greer, will he pull the trigger on a big deal? What do you want him to do? That's what we're going to be talking tomorrow. Bray will be back. Don't worry about that. And we hope that you will be too. Woodward Sports, we out.
Peace.